GD for many players, is an unplayable game. Most rated levels nowadays contains around 60K to over 120K objects, which is a huge issue for people with low-end devices. Although 2.2 allows creators to make decoration with fewer objects, the newly added triggers in the update, when used not carefully, can cause even more lags. To tackle this problem, many players chose to use a custom LDM, usually stronger than the built-in LDM, to be able to run their desired level. And that is what this video is about: how to make a good custom LDM. First off, there are two things that make a custom LDM good: effectiveness and being acceptable. For an LDM to be effective, it must reduce as much lag as possible, and for it to be acceptable, it must not give an unfair advantages to anyone who uses it. I'll use the Demon List's LDM guidelines for the sake of this video. It is said here that the LDM must not remove any objects that affect the player's view, change the gameplay, or appear empty compared to the original. For example, the shadow effect in Renovant, removing it gives a huge advantage to players. Or, by completely delete this background from this level, it now appears to be empty. There are two main causes for lagging in levels: custom background and object density, although the latter is more uncommon. We should determine what kind of levels we're playing before making an LDM of it. For instance, for something like Deadly Clubstep or Slaughterhouse, we should focus on reducing the object density, whereas in case of Nullscapes or Beeline, the background is the main priority. I'll go over each type of levels to give you a good idea of how they should be handled. Let's take Blade of Justice as the example for level with high object density. This level has like nearly 120K objects. My goal is to bring that number down to under 80K and keep as much visuals as possible. Gotta delete this LDM thingy. You won't need this. So first off, you check each and every layer in the editor and try deleting them. If the level looks much emptier after that, revert the changes. If it doesn't change much, you should keep it deleted. Keep in mind that do not touch anything on other parts once you're done with the part you're working with. If you don't know how many layers you'll have to go through, just select a bunch of them and look at the editor layer setting. I'll do the same thing with this ship part. When I delete this chunk of decorations here, the slope below turns invisible. Let's add a glow there for it to stay visible. Again, same with this wave part. One big tip to clear a lot of objects fast is to remove artworks in the level. Artworks in GD often requires hundreds to thousands of objects. The animations in cutscenes or end screen usually doesn't matter. Feel free to kill all of them. You may see a big rectangle of square blocks like this. A lot of levels. They're often used to make flashes or darkens the whole screen. This big rectangle will move with the player, causing quite some lag, so I highly recommend optimizing them. You may check if they all share the same group before doing that. Again, same process for the dual part. When making LDM like this, you should keep an eye on structures that moves, because anything that moves requires more calculating. I'll go over this in details in later parts of the video. I'm removing the blade here since it's an artwork and doesn't have much effects on the gameplay. Here we arrive at the final part. This is the most complex part yet, but if you can still remember the steps, it'll be just okay. Also, there's a blade at the end to remove, a screen flash to optimize, and other stuffs. After working on the level for 45 minutes straight, I was able to lower the object count to only 57.8K compared to 113K in the original, way past the 80K goal I set. If you're worrying about the quality of the level being drastically reduced, here's a comparison between my custom LDM and the full detail version. The level I'm going to do is Horos. Not too laggy of a level, but it's good for setting an example. Despite having only 44.8K objects, most issues comes from its background. You should open a showcase to watch for this section. It's quite important. To know what to remove in a custom background, you need to watch the showcase of the level, then point out the most notable figure in it. For instance, the most notable stuffs in the first background are the giant glowing star in the middle and the clouds around it. After that, delete everything else. A little bit of optimization here. Similarly, in the ship section, I'll get rid of the wind effect and the leaves, since the buildings are the things that stood out here. In addition, if you find the buildings has too much objects, you can simplify it using the method from earlier. There's nothing to remove from the drop. I'll just optimize everything here. The rainbow effect in this part will also be removed, because that's over 1,000 objects. What the fuck? I have no clue what is this, but let's optimize it as well. In this dual ship part, everything that's not the buildings or the sun will be deleted. I'll also remove the glow in the windows, because why not? For the rest of the level, I'll just let you watch the sped up footage. It's doing the same thing anyways. With that, we're done with the Horo's LDM, going from 44.8K objects to 30K. Although I didn't delete as much objects as I did in the Blade of Justice LDM, remember that most of the stuffs I removed are from the backgrounds. Here's the comparison. And that is the tutorial. After this video, you've learned how to simplify block designs and backgrounds, which are basically all you need to eliminate all performing issues in any level. If there's anything I've not explained clearly or any criticisms you have, feel free to leave it in the comment. I'll read them, trust. I know this is not the best edit, and your advice can help me a lot in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.